Yeah, hello everyone. So today I'm going to discuss the 10 most important Angular interview questions that every developer should know. Whether you are preparing for your first Angular interview as a fresher or just want to revise some key concept, this video will really help you to understand Angular. So let's start and make your Angular interviews preparation super duper strong. So I'm sharing my screen and let's start the session. And there is one request from my side. If you are a fresher, please subscribe my channel and like my videos and comment on my videos. Whether if you require any new concept, please suggest me. I will try to make videos on that also. So now let's start with my first question. So my first question is, what is Angular? So as you came here to search for in Angular interview questions, I know you already know what is Angular, but when it comes to answer in interview, we got stuck. So this is proper interview answers. So you have to say like Angular is a TypeScript based front end web application framework. So and it is basically developed by Google. And the primary function of this is to design a single page application. Single page application means that the page does not load every time when we navigate, only required to part of the page update. In the I I included single page application questions in my this video, so I will give you deep dive explanation in that part only. Just there we did not load every time when we navigate to the page. Okay, for example, the example of this Angular application is that when you open your Gmail, when you click on inbox, send or draft, you see that page does not reload completely, but the content changes. That's how Angular work. So basically, Angular help developer to create dynamic, fast and maintainable web apps. It give a complete setup from data binding, routing, form handling to HTTP call. So this is more deep dive, but just for your understanding I am saying these things. And there are so many amazing features of Angular that will make Angular applications so vast and so fast. And Angular is popular because it is maintained by has a lot Google, and it has a large community and provide all tools needed for big scalable enterprises application all in one. So that's all about what is Angular. So if in simple way you have to say what is Angular, so you can say like Angular is a TypeScript based front end web application that is used to make single page application. Okay, now let's move to the next question. What is why were client side framework like Angular was introduced? So back in days, web developer used Vanilla JS and jQuery to develop dynamic website. But as the logic of one website grow, the code become more and more tedious to maintain for that application. So for that application to complex logic, developer has to put extra effort to maintain that separation of concern for that app. And also jQuery did not provide that facilities for data binding and data handling across view. So for tracking the above problem, that client side frameworks like Angular came into picture, which made life easier for developers by handling the separation of concern and dividing code into smaller bit of information. In the case of Angular, it is called as component. Like for login, for login page, we create another component for product page. Let's take an example of Amazon. For login functionality, we create another component. For search functionality, we create another component. For product, we create another component. So to manage this, it will be very easy by creating component. Okay. So basically, client-side framework allowed us to develop advanced web page application like single page application. Not that we can develop single page application using vanilla JS, but by doing so, the development process becomes slower also. So that is the reason why this Angular came into picture. Okay, now comes to my third question. I hope you guys understood. Like when we use vanilla JS and jQuery, while the website grow, the code become more tedious to handle that. So developer have to put extra effort to like if any issue occur, developer resolve in this section, and like it got tedious, it got so messy. But when this Angular came into picture, for every what we can say, for every functionality, sometimes we create one component, and we have to only do the changes in that particular component. So it will be very helpful to for the developer to understand and to resolve this issue. So this is the reason why Angular was introduced. Now this is like if you are a fresher, if you are a senior developer, you should know this question very well. Otherwise, you will not understand how Angular application actually work. This is the most important question for a Angular developer to know. So basically, whenever like every Angular app consists of one file that name is angular.json, and this file contain all the configuration of the app. While building the app, and the builder look like the file find the entry point of the application, that is main.ts. I am showing you by searching through the Google Angular application. See here, I will search Angular application. No, I will search like angular.json file. So see, I think here it is not given. No. So I will go to here. Yeah, so when we go here, so this is angular.json file. So as I said there, in this, in every Angular app consists of a file name is angular.json, and this file will contain all the configuration of the app. While building the app, the builder look at this file to find the entry point of this application, that is main.ts. So see here, in this application, what is the main, what is the entry point? How do we got to know? Here in main, this path is given, and in this main, the path is given is main.ts. So here in main.ts, now I have to go to main.ts also. So see here main.ts is given. Okay. Now again we read the second line. And the main.ts file create a browser environment for the, I will open one of my project. Then you will get to know. Shh, open this. Okay, so the main.ts file create a browser environment for the application to run, and along with this it call a function that is called as bootstrap module. So here again I will try to, I think my application got stuck, so here only I will see main.ts file, main.ts in Angular. So see here, this is main.ts file. So in this ts file, here it bootstrap this app module. Okay, this app module. If it got open, I will show you. Just give me a second. So see here in this angular.json, here this, where this main file. So here see our main.ts file is given here. Now in Angular 19, there it gave name as browser, but earlier it was given name as main.ts. Okay. So, and now when we go to main.ts file, this file, here it bootstrap, here it bootstrap app component directly. Okay, I will not take this one. I in Angular 19, the process is something different. But now see in this uh, Google. So here it bootstrap this app module, and this app module basically now stack Blaze. Now see here in angular.json, here in main, it contain this main.ts file. Now when we go to this main.ts file, it bootstrap this app module. Okay, as it mentioned here. The main.ts file create a browser environment for the application to run, and along with this it also call a function called bootstrap by this way. And this app module is declared in app.module.ts file, and this module contain all the declaration of the component. And in module, app component is getting bootstrap. So see here, as I showed you here, app module. Now when we go to app.module.ts file, here whatever the components are present in my application, see here, all got bootstrap here only. And the main app and this, see here, the app component is bootstrap inside this app.module.ts file. Okay, now this component is defined in app.component.ts file. See here, cut this here in this file. This app component is declared inside this app.component.ts file. Okay. Now here each component is declared with three properties. One is selector, then template, and then style. In selector, we give the access to the component. Like if we try to use our component in another component, then we use that selector of that component inside another component. And in template, that contain HTML of the content. Like if we want to write some HTML code inside this template, we can write. this is just called as inline template or something in HTML. I I will discuss in this video only about this topic. Now, the style.url, this contain all the style sheet related to our application in our style URL. Okay. Now, after this, Angular call the index.html file. Okay, here is our angular.html file, index.html files here. Okay, and in this index.html files, I told you, like, if we want to use our app inside another component, we will use that selector, this selector. So see here in index.html, we are using our selector inside html, index.html. So this file consequently call that root component, that is app.root, and the root component is defined. Okay, so that's how Angular application basically work. First, it go to the main.ts file. From the main.ts file, it bootstrap to the app module file. From app module file, it go to the app component, and whatever the data in the app component, how we display, then Angular go to index.html file, and from that index.html file, it will show the data in the browser. Okay, so this is the way how Angular application work. Okay, so the entry point of our Angular application is main.ts, and the viewpoint of our Angular application is index.html. Okay, now my fourth question is, what is the difference between Angular JS and Angular? Basically, before Angular 2, I think we use Angular JS. After that, we use Angular and Angular. And now I will discuss difference between Angular JS and Angular, because nowadays no one is using Angular JS. So my focus is just to say you the difference, not go into the deep dive. So just I will simply say the difference. So basically, Angular JS uses MVC architecture, model view controller architecture. Just like in Spring Boot project, we use model view controller, but here Angular replaces controller with component. Now in Angular we use component based architecture. Like there is one TS file, one is for testing file, then HTML file and CSS file. Their one is their way of creating is model view architecture. Just know this thing. Okay, now in Spring Boot project they use MVC architecture only. And Angular JS uses JavaScript language, which is dynamically typed language. But here Angular use TypeScript language, which is statically typed language, and it is a superset of JavaScript. And by using this statically typed language, Angular work more efficiently, because when in JavaScript we did not define which variable or which type, but in TypeScript we have to define. Otherwise, uh, this is the reason some many times Angular JS application work in very weird way. Okay, so this is the thing. Like, as we know, the Angular is a advanced version of Angular JS, so there is so many disadvantages of using JavaScript with Angular. Okay, so now let's move to the next question. What is a Angular expression and JavaScript expression? So the first and perhaps the biggest difference is that Angular expression allow to write JavaScript in HTML, which is not the case when we use JavaScript expression. Okay, again I'm saying the difference is that Angular expression allow us to write JavaScript in HTML, but which is not in the case when we use JavaScript expression. As I showed you here, this is Angular. Here, if we want, here inside this, we can write here. If we want, we can by this way we can write by this way only. Exactly, I used earlier, so format I forgot. But here in template.url, we can write HTML inside our JavaScript. Okay, so this is the thing. Now, and Angular expression are evaluated against local scope object, where Java script expression are against a global window object. So like because in Angular, whatever the variable we declare, it is only declare inside that particular component. We cannot access it outside that component. But in JavaScript expression, the variable is globally applicable. So we can use anywhere inside our application. So this is the two difference between Angular expression and JavaScript expression. Okay. Now my sixth question is, what is a single page application? As in the first question, where while I was explaining about what is Angular, in that time I told you about this single page application in very little way. Now here I will give you a deep dive explanation of that. It is very like simple way, but I will, so that you will understand. So basically, when in interview it asks what is a single page application, say like that: single page application are web application that only need to be loaded once with the new functionality consisting of only minor changes of the user interfaces. It does not load the HTML page to display the content to the new page, but rather generate it dynamically. Okay, I'm explaining you another way also. So you can say like a single page application is a web application that load one HTML page and update content dynamically as user interact with it. Okay. For example, see the example of Gmail only. When we open Gmail, when we go to inbox, it will show the inbox page. It will not reload the whole page. Just it will change the some format of our inbox. If we go to the sent, if we click on send, it will open one page. Not, it will not reload whole page. Okay. So when you open a single page application for the first time, the browser load all the necessary HTML, CSS and JavaScript. After that, when you navigate or click, only data will fetch from the server, not full page. And the framework like Angular take care of updating the view without reloading the entire page. And this will make our application fast than other applications. Okay. So I hope you understand this thing. Like see, based on when we fill some form, we see based on our country we can able to load the state, and based on the state we can only able to see our district. So this is nothing but a single page application. Like when we click on something, based on that data will load. Okay. Now my seventh question is, what are templates in Angular? So as I showed you earlier also, a template is a kind of HTML that instruct Angular how to display a content with more capabilities. Okay. Again, I am saying a template is a kind of HTML that instruct Angular about how to display a component with more capabilities. There are two way to create template in Angular. One is inline template and other one is linked template. Okay. Just give me a second. So as I showed you here, see here, this is nothing but inline. If we give our HTML here only, then we can say like that this is inline HTML. But okay, I will reload this. Why I write this? Yeah. So see here we give the link. Okay. And in whatever we write here we write here anything. See, See here, I write this thing, okay? So see, as I write this here, but because here it is connected to this, it is basically these are connected to each other. So this one is when we write our HTML code here, it will be inline template. When we write our HTML in app.component.html file, then it is what? Link template. Okay. And if anyone asks you in interview what is a template, in you can say like a face of a component is what user actually see in the browser. That in that component what is actually there. That is the um, face of the component. Okay, that is funny, but you say like a template is a kind of HTML that instruct Angular how to display a component with more capabilities. Okay, now my eighth question is that what are directives in Angular? This is most important question from 0 to 3 year experience people. So basically, directive is a class that extend the functionality of HTML. You can say in a simple way. Now, a directive is a class in Angular that is declared with at the rate directive decorator. And if we want, if we write simple HTML, okay, here first I read. So consider an application where multiple components need to have simple functionalities. And the norm thing to do is by adding thing functionality individually to every component. But this task is tedious to perform. In such a situation, one way to create a directive and having required functionalities and then import that directive to the component which required the functionality. So basically, if some functionality we required in our application, in in all component we required that functionality. Okay, so for all component we have to write. So by using that directive, we can uh, write it at one component at one place, and we can use in all over the component. Okay, so that's why I told a directive is a class that can extend the functionality of HTML. And there are three types of directive. One is component directive, one is structural directive, and third one is attribute directive. Component directive basically help to when we use one component inside another component, it will change the view of another component. A structural directive means when we use that ng if, ng for, while these are structural directive, and this attribute directive are ng style and ng class, that basically for their behavior, basically control their behavior and style. Okay, now the ninth question is what is components, module, and services in Angular? So basically, component is a basic building block which can control a part of your UI for any Angular application. So like in Angular application, everything we write only inside component. So component is everything. Component is a basic building block of our application. Whatever the UI we write, we only write inside only component. And in module, a module is a place where we can group our all component directives, services, pipe inside a module. And module decide whether this component directive is used by other module or not by exporting or hiding this component. And every module is defined with at the rate ng module decorator. Okay, so like if we did not import our if we will not mention our component inside our module, then work it will show error. So and this module will decide which component is applicable for which part of our application. So by default module are of two types, one is root module and the second one is feature module. In the beginner level, we only use root module, and when we like create some real life project, then we create feature modules also. Okay, so now that's now okay, okay. So every application have, yeah, here I mentioned, sorry. So every application can have only one root module, where it can have one or more feature module. Okay, and a root module import browser module, where feature module import common module. Okay, now what is services? So services are the object which are instantaneous. Only one, only once during the lifetime of our application, and the main objective of the services is to share data functions with different component of our Angular application. Basically, in services, like if we call any APIs, where we call in services only, we call that APIs, and the services are defined using at the rate injectable decorator. A function defined inside a service can be invoked from any component. Like if we have to call any API, and we have to use that API into various component, so we have to write that services into various component. So instead of that, we can create one services, and in that particular service we will call our API, and that API, that service we will import in our component, and from there we will use our component. Okay, maybe here, uh, here there may be any service file. No, here there is not any service file. No. Okay. And see, as I told you, here the browser module, this one is the browser module. Okay. As I said you here, see in this line, a module is a place where all components are declared. This, what are the components are there? All components are declared. See here, one app component is there, maybe some hello component is also there. So all components are here. See, hello components is there, one directive. So everything is declared inside this. And as we declared this thing here, so it will be it is we can use this component in our entire application. Okay, now as I said, by default modules are of two types, root module and feature module. So root modules are created by default, but that our feature modules are created by we can create based on our need. See here, and this root module will create this browser module. Here, as I said, a root module import browser module, where feature module import common module. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you understand from my explanation. If you understand from my explanation, please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, bye bye.